We're talking about Matters Women Empowerment. Excited about this one. So I'll start by just introducing him, the special guest on the panel. His name is sitting on my far right, Victor Nyagaya. Victor is the Chief Executive Officer, Lake Region Economic Bloc. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for finding interest in matters women and women empowerment. Of course, we have with us this morning as well Caroline Wadhiari. She is the Corporate Sales Manager at Viutravel. Asante, Caroline. And of course, we have with us also this morning Irene Wanga, PR and Partnerships at Lead Spiro Kenya. Thank you. And also Mercy Wamoto, convener of this special summit, Her Power Summit, and CEO of Elgon Group Limited. Asante.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you this morning. So I'll start with you because you're the convener.
Yes.
You know, all roads will be leading to the county of Mombasa. It's coming at a good time, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Your holiday has started. So if you didn't have plans, you can start with this one. So tell us a bit about this very important summit and what was even the motivation behind, you know, having it.
All right. Thank you so much, Safin. Thank you for having us. My name is Mercy Wamoto. I'm the CEO of Elgon Group, and we are the conveners of Her Power Women Summit, which is going to take place in Mombasa County. We're the conveners of Her Power Women Summit, which is going to take place in Mombasa County on the 22nd and 23rd of November. The main vision, or the vision for Her Power Women Summit, is to empower women economically. We're actually reaching out mostly to women in grassroots and women with disabilities, where we're going to have inclusivity. So we're going to have women leaders in one room, policymakers as well, to discuss issues on women economic empowerment. You know, as we always say, you empower a woman, you empower a whole nation. Mm-hmm. So we are looking at empowering women and encouraging women to take up even different sectors like e-mobility, renewable energy, blue economy, and AI and technology. Mm-hmm. So that is how we're going to be. The event is going to be a 2-day where we're going to have exhibitions, we're going to have panel sessions, keynote speeches, and breakout sessions as well. And over and above that, we're going to have a GBV campaign as well. As we know, we have a lot of femicide issues, and we're going to talk about end femicide as well, and we're going to do a campaign, have a discussion around GBV and ending femicide. Right. And then we're going to have a march on it. We have a few partners who have also come on board, like Aga Khan Hospital, who are going to be talking about cervical cancer for women.
All right.
Yes.
Mercy, you'll tell me more about those partnerships and also more about what people should expect. But let me just come to you, Caroline, as one of the partners as well, Viutravel. Mm-hmm. Tell us a bit about this partnership and, you know, what sort of win-win are we looking at, and why this was an important course for Viutravel to really put, you know, their efforts and investment in.
Thank you so much for having me. So basically, we like partnering with our corporate clients, and when Elgon Group approached us and they told us they want us to be handling the ground logistics, and then we heard about what they were trying to push in terms of the summit itself. We were very happy as a company to be able to support the girl child and everything that they're trying to push and everything that they're trying to, you know, make people understand the reason why we are supporting the girl child. We are not yet done supporting this motive. We are still pushing, and we believe there's so much more that we can do. So our call is to all our corporate clients, kindly reach out to us whenever you feel like there's something that you need to be pushed out there, and we as a company, we are ready to support you. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right.
Irene, I also want to hear, you know, what is your key highlight, you know, with this summit, what you find interesting and important. I'm also really interested in the areas she has touched on. I'm looking at blue economy, e-mobility, technology. I mean, if you ask me, these are not topics or subjects that, you know, many would associate women with. What trajectory are we what's changing when it comes to women empowerment? Let's talk about
I think women empowerment and Her Summit event, to be precise, is quite timely for us as Spiro, because if you look at the kind of business we are into e-mobility, something very new in the industry. And when you see women leaders in this industry, it's quite very refreshing. So when we had an invite from Mercy to be partners for this specific event, we were very fast to tap into it, specifically focusing on women with disabilities, because she was looking at empowering both normal women at the grassroots, but also women with disabilities. So that is kind of the point where we wanted to quickly tap into it and sponsor that kind of event. We are quite excited to come in and work with all women for different levels, because what we sell is an electric bike. An electric motor vehicle is not very complicated operating. Actually, right now we are taking feedback from our clients on how to make our product more efficient and more workable with people with disability, and taking women as pilots for such projects. So we are quite humbled as Spiro to be part of this very important topic right now in the country, because we know it's about time to empower women, because when we empower women, again, as Mercy said, we empower a whole generation. Yes.
And talking about a whole generation, men are also part of that, generation. Victor, I'm really excited that, right now when you're talking about women empowerment, it's not just a bunch of women sitting down to talk about their issues. There is this trend we're observing, men coming on the board. I want to understand from your perspective why this is important, why we should have both sides of the divide come and discuss issues that are pertinent with regards to women. And also talk to me about LREB and the space that it is going to be filling in this summit as we plan for it. Is it from the 22nd to the 23rd?
Yes, thank you very much. Like I told you earlier, my name is Victor Nyagaya, the CEO of the Lake Region Economic Bloc. It's a block of 14 counties. It is the largest block in the country, and it is a block that is unique because it is quite diversified, because from the both political divide, but they come together, and irrespective of which parties they belong to, they have a common goal to work together as a block. And the reason why it's called Lake Region is because all the counties that drain their rivers into Lake Victoria are part of that block. That's why you have Nandi, you have Kericho, you have Bomet, you have Kisii, you have, and all that. But coming back to your point, also it's important to let you know that the chair of that block is called His Excellency Professor Nyong'o. He's also the governor of Kisumu County. And the deputy is called Governor Lusaka, the governor of Bungoma. To revert back to your question, our interest as LREB, especially now that we have this Empower Women conference that is coming up in Mombasa, we have associated ourselves with empowerment of women as a block very deliberately, because we are quite clear that when you don't empower women, then you kill your society. Because in the moment, and when you look at from inception, when you have a pregnancy, the person who bears that is the woman, and carries that child for 9 months, and nurture that child from the time of birth to the time that the boy can or the girl can now walk. So really the burden is on the woman. And if you don't empower them, then you killed both herself and the generation that follows. I
like that analogy. I mean, if you impart, what you impart in her, what you inculcate in her is what she will transfer to the children.
Exactly.
So you need to really build her and work on her so that we can bring up better generation. Yeah, I like that analogy. Let me come back to you, Mercy. There is the aspect of financial literacy. All these things we talk about, empowerment and what we want women to do, usually they are crippled when it comes to lack of access to money. Why is financial literacy a key point or a key issue in this summit, and what targets are you setting when it comes to meeting this agenda?
Well, actually, financial literacy is one of the key points that we are looking to drive. So one thing we would like to encourage women is the issue of saving. Especially we're trying to reach out for women who are in business. You know, we're trying to talk to them about access to finance. How do you run sustainable and profitable businesses? So we have some key financial partners who are coming on board to talk specifically to the women who are in entrepreneurship and even the young women, talking to them about savings, talking to them about financial literacy. How do you, when you're making a coin, how do you plow back a few of that back to the business? How are you going to save the rest of it? And how are you going to do investments that are going to improve the business? So we have a few partners who are experts in this area, who are coming to talk to the women about financial literacy, access to finance, and generally matters to do with investments.
Right. And there's going to be a business pitch competition.
Yes.
So that may the best one win.
Yes.
You never know by days. If you're a woman, you're watching this. I mean, take your time and attend. You never know that idea that you have been keeping, you've been waiting for that moment. This could be it. Go on there, meet, walk into a room of empowered women who have networks. You never know. You never know. Just create time. Irene, I mean, there's this fear that, and I like where we started with you when I was looking at some of the topics that are going to be, broken down in the summit. These are not the usual feminine issues that we usually discuss when you're talking about women issues. Talk to us about how we can manage to break down these myths and the narratives on issues that women are intimidated about, like technology, science, e-mobility, those things that people think are masculine and are dominated by men. What can we do different so that more women come on board on this matter?
Good point. I will speak because I speak for e-mobility, Spiro to be specific. We have a project that we are working around women, and I shared with Mercy earlier. We have a project specifically targeted at 3,000 women around the whole Kenya, 47 counties. Okay, so this project is about empowering a woman to ride an electric bike. Now, an electric bike, as compared to the normal bike, is very easy to ride. It's not hard. So we have gotten like-minded partners who are able to come to the table, and we have spoken about training them, about empowering them with down payment for these bikes. We have also talked to some commercial bank that is willing to come in and give affordable loan to these women, because when you look at these are women who can save on their own at home with table banking and all these things. Now we are getting women who are organized in circles, different circles. Right now we are specifically looking at the Lake region. So we have a project around Homa Bay that we are working from Homa Bay all the way to Kisumu. And we have some partners who are coming in to put money to train these women. So we are working with training institutions like AA who are coming in to train them how to ride a bike. We are also having women being trained about after service, which means technology, where you get to maintain, repair, sort of like technicians and engineers. Then we have certification which is going to be given to them. Then these women are confident enough to go and get their licenses, ride the bike. So when they are at the lake, they are supposed not only be the marketers of the fish, but they are able to get their fish, which they have paid for money, and they are able to take their fish to the market on their own. And in case of a breakdown, which is rarely with EVs because it's a new technology, they are able to repair on their own. So we are kind of closing the loop where they have to depend on men who take advantage of them, because the pandemic we are trying to get rid of is a pandemic in Homa Bay, specifically called sex for fish, which is very close to us. And when we visited Homa Bay with our team, that was one of the problems that was brought up to us by the county leadership. And we quickly jumped in as Spiro to see how can we give them a different way of making more money. And when you drive an electric bike as a woman, you're able, even as a man, you're able to save from 2,000 to 4,500 shillings a day take home. This is money that you can plow back to pay your loan, still plow it back to your family, educate your children, improve your business, and grow economically. So as Spiro, yes, we are looking at end-to-end how to close the loop for the woman, how to train the woman to have another option to go out and make money, not really dependent on selling fish, but also being the one at the forefront, driving your own electric vehicle, going to the market and making the money.
All right, I like good stuff. And this is just part of just a teaser of what you should be expecting.
Correct.
You know, to be discussed at the summit that will be happening from the 22nd to the 23rd of November in Mombasa County, because you'll be meeting people like Irene and different organizations that are doing so much so that they can empower women. But I want to talk to Caroline about how to make people want to go to Mombasa, but they want the logistics. I mean, it's a lot of work, the hotels, the book. This is where you come in. So tell us, for those who maybe wanted to attend, but they just feel like it's going to be crazy. What are some of the things that Viutravel is doing to make it easy for the summit attendees so that they can relax and focus on the summit, leave the rest?
Yes. So like I said, when Elgon Group approached us, we were ideally supposed to handle the ground logistics, whereby we're doing the accommodation, we're doing the flight bookings, we're doing the transport for them. So ideally for you as a guest, you just show up. We take care of your setup, we take care of your meals, we take care of everything that you need to be doing specifically so that you can be focusing on what you're supposed to be doing now for the summit itself. Like now, Mercy will be seated enjoying having these lovely conversations when we as Viutravel will be at the back taking care of everything. Make sure the guests are well checked in, the meals, everything, you know. And we have the rates which we've negotiated with some of the hotels, which are ready. When you go to the website, you find them. We can be able to book you there. And actually, we are very happy as Viutravel. We've come along these women, especially the charmers. Women are really taking up the plate, and they are really wanting to know what's outside there. They're no longer occupied in a small space. We are finding Dubai trips filled with women groups of over 20 and all that. So we are encouraging you, don't stay in one place. Be ready to explore the world. It's so big. Don't be seated in one place thinking about this is what I'm supposed to be doing the rest of my life. There's so much you as a woman that you can do. In our places of work, we can find that women are now saturated. We are trying to, you know, explore and see who we are as women. And for the December packages, we have a lot. Kindly go to our website, call our phone numbers. We are ready to work for these packages and make sure we get you that specific package for you and your family.
And that's not just for the summit. I mean, even if you just want to go somewhere, I mean, visit Viutravel website. You can be able to learn more about how you can make your holiday worth the while. Now back to the summit. Victor, LREB actually, you know, works to sort of like create partnerships and make counties be able to work together in a better way. I want you to bring this in the context of women and their needs in terms of policy, in terms of the county-to-county partnerships. I mean, what's in store that will make it easy for a woman to be a woman and to thrive, you know, in terms of what informs this particular summit?
Thank you very much. I want to tell you that in LREB as an organization, it's the only group. By the way, we have about 6 or 7 blocks in this country, you know, from different parts. But like I told you earlier, LREB is the largest. But we have a special program for women empowerment. First, we begin by, we have a formation of LREB First Spouses Association, the only one of its kind among the blocks. And our chair there is called Emily Nyaribu. She was meant to be here with us, but because of unforeseen circumstances, she sent her apology. But in that women's, what we call first spouses of the Lake region, these are spouses of our governors. They have that union that brings them together to address to the grassroots issues that affect young girls, single mothers, and mothers in general. So it works like each and every spouse of a county runs away with a particular area. For example, in Kisumu, we have Mama Dorothy Nyong'o handling cancer
right.
breast cancer and cervical cancer. And she is very passionate about it. And she has launched this program of awareness in almost all the 14 counties. We have in Siaya, we have the First Lady of Siaya championing the Smart Start initiative, which I just talked about, the science of early childhood. And she's done it perfectly well throughout the entire block. We are encouraging that we need to empower our men to understand the science of early childhood so that it's not just a business of mothers. It becomes a collective thing for the family. And I would wish also to confirm to you that we are also very keen on menstrual hygiene, because for women and young girls, because it's a problem that is hidden, it's never spoken about in the open, but we encourage it to be a topic at the household level, so that when a man goes to the supermarket, as he picks things, he can also pick some stuff for the daughters without fear, and go home and
without
give
looking like anyone seeing me pick those sanitary towels and
Sanitary
your
towels.
daughter and your wife.
And your wife,
Yes.
It's part of your shopping,
Yeah.
you know? And we also encourage politicians. I said it last year when our First Lady, Madam Rachel Ruto, came to be our guest of honor when we were celebrating the day, the girl child, International Day of the Girl Child. I did say that politicians sometimes let us down because they give a lot of sanitary towels during campaigns. And I did remember telling them that menstrual is not during campaign time. It is throughout. So can we put budgetary allocation in the different counties to address that particular issue? And our champion for menstrual hygiene in the block is none other than Excellency Governor Paul Otuoma. And it was deliberate for us to have a gentleman of that caliber championing the welfare of menstrual hygiene in our society, in our block. So like I said, each and every spouse comes up with a very unique program.
An agenda that they are pushing, and they're using their influence to push.
To push, All right. But then it trickles down to the benefit of our women, which is precisely what Mats is going to do in Mombasa, women empowerment. But I also wish to inform you that we are going to have another special summit for LREB on the 23rd, on the 27th to 29th. And in that, we have incorporated a special session for women and first spouses to address what really affects the women within the block. And it will be a special session. We are hoping that the First Lady will be able to, it will be a special session. We are hoping that the First Lady will be able to grace the occasion.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Victor, for saying that. Now, as we wind up this conversation, Mercy, back to you. I mean, we haven't talked about who is the target group.
Yes.
Somebody could be watching and ask, is that for me? I mean, how do I become part and parcel? Who is the target group? And then Irene will take your final round of remarks. Just talk to people as you tell us why this is not something people should miss. Let me start with you, Mercy.
Thank you so much, Safin. So our target group is, of course, women, young girls as well. And of course, all organizations, of course, definitely we are encouraging even organizations to come up with policies that are gender inclusive. So inviting all organizations to come on board, where we're going to talk to these women and come up with policies that are gender inclusive within the organizations. We are looking at women leaders. The reason why we have the Lake Region Economic Bloc with us is we have the first spouses from the Lake Region Economic Bloc are coming to be there. led by Her Excellency Emily Nyaribo, who is the chairperson of the Lake Region Economic Bloc First Spouses Association. So she's coming there. Of course, she's also coming to meet with the first spouses of the coastal region as well, so that they can be able to discuss pertinent issues among women. And of course, we're looking to also have, of course, in the interest of inclusivity, we're going to have women from the grassroots. We're going to have women with disabilities, entrepreneurs, and then also we are encouraging young women who have innovative business ideas to come and present their ideas to the women leaders.
Right.
Yes, who will mentor them and hold their hands to help them grow.
All right. Why must I not miss this?
You must not miss this, because you get a chance as a woman and as a girl to come and see other girls who were once younger, having broken the ceiling and become leaders of different careers. So if you look at women in AI, if you look at women in e-mobility and other aspects of life, you see that women also can do it. So this is a call to all women, wherever they come from, whichever background, given the sense of their physical ability or inability, to know that there's women like them who have done it and have paved way. And we are coming there as women to tell them you can also do it. And whichever aspects of support that you need, that is the place to get it. So it's not a place to miss it.
All right.
Yeah.
For us, is to encourage all our corporate clients. There's never a project that's too small for us. There's never a company that's too small. We encourage you to keep on supporting the Girl Child, and we hope to see you there on the 22nd. Let's make this summit a success.
Success. Victor, your final word?
Thank you very much. I wish to again thank you as Citizen TV to create this opportunity for us to propagate issues that surround women and young girls, and especially for the summit that is coming up in Mombasa, but also more for the Lake Region Economic Bloc Summit, which will also be working together with the rest of the team on how we can propagate issues into policy for the empowerment of our women across within the bloc. And we are ready to and happy to associate with you, and hope that you too will not miss both Mombasa and Busia. Where
the other one is happening in Busia. The LREB.
The LREB will be in Busia, and this one is in Mombasa. And you have the capacity and I'm sure the ability to be in both.
Yeah.
And we look forward to
That's true. Viutravel will make things easier for me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for creating that. Gentlemen and ladies, I've been having this sit down with Mr. Victor Nyagaya. He's the CEO of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, Asante. We've also been talking to Caroline Wadhiari. She is the corporate sales manager at Viutravel. Also with us, Irene Wanga, PR and partnerships leader, Spiro Kenya. And of course, we've been also talking to Mercy Wamoto, who is the CEO, Limited, who is convening the summit that we have been talking about, Her Power Summit, that's happening in Mombasa from the 22nd to the 23rd of November. Something you do not want to miss. If you're a woman or a man interested in women empowerment and you want to do something, or you want to understand how you can be able to benefit, then this is something for you. Thank you so much.